Olá, boa noite. O Exou Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 8 de The Book of Unwritten Tales. Após todas as peripécias para obter o artefato mágico, Muncus acabou aparecendo para tomá-lo. Na briga, abriu-se um portal pelo qual fugiram Wilbur e Nate, com o artefato. Ivo, que se sacrificou para garantir a fuga, ficou prisioneira de Muncus. Paramos com Wilbur e Nate saindo da fenda e caindo nas terras selvagens. Capítulo 4.
How could you do that?
I've saved your necks. Well, yours at least.
You freed the sorcerer, all because you wanted treasure.
Do you seriously believe I thought for 1 second that Muncus would give us a treasure hoard? I made a deal with Muncus because it was the one small chance we had of getting out of there in one piece. Don't you get it? They would have pursued us and made our lives hell. And sooner or later we'd have fallen into their hands. No treasure's worth that.
Do you think anyone anywhere will have a quiet life if that falls into Motroga's hands?
I really didn't know. Hey! Hey, little guy, where are you going? Fine, just go. And next time, just tell me what it's... Wilbur!
He's waking up.
Ah!
Nice and calm now. You're safe here. We're zombies.
Somehow the expressions safe and zombies in the same sentence don't really make much sense. Apart from, the zombies will drag us from the safety of our houses and rip us to shreds.
You see, he hates us.
He's afraid of us.
And that's why he hates us. Our committee still has a lot of work to do.
Who are you?
We are the Committee for the Humane Treatment of the Undead.
We're trying to improve the bad reputation that the undead have amongst the living.
And amongst the dead.
Because no one seems to like us.
Where is Wilbur? There was a trap and a shadow.
That was me. I knocked you down. You banged your head on a rock. Please forgive me. I don't really have this body under control yet.
Why did you knock me over? What's happened to Wilbur?
He probably saved your neck.
The chief orc from the camp set that trap. If it caught you both, then it wouldn't only be your little friend who's in trouble.
Wilbur's in an orc camp? Oh man, and it's my fault?
How do you mean?
Well...
Tell us, boy. As you can see, we've been blaming ourselves for this mess.
All right. My name is Nate. I was in Seastone by the Western Ocean. Then along comes this little gnome and...
Mais tarde.
And wham! Everything goes black. Then I wake up and there you are.
You deceived him?
You were only interested in saving your own neck.
Well, it's not exactly like that. Shades of gray.
You should be wearing this pillory.
I've lived with pirates, cutthroats, but never...
Now just hold it right there. Maybe I did behave just a tiny little bit narcissistically.
You sold your friends down the river because you hoped it would help you get out of the whole thing in one piece? No. You have to get Wilbur out of there, and you have to free the elf.
I know, you're right. And I have to get the artifact to safety too.
I will help you if you meant that seriously. My name is Gulliver. You can find me up in my workshop. Come on, Body.
A few dust-covered urns, most of them decorated with coats of arms. A double-headed eagle, a badger eating a snake. There's a king's head in orange and blue. And here, a green W in a lozenge. None of which means a thing to me.
Sarcófago.
A stone sarcophagus with a carved knight on it. Maybe it's the ex-lover of the howling ex-living woman. A water corpse. A howling, dripping water corpse that lives. Isn't it a lovely day today? My finely tuned intuition is telling me you might have some troubles.
Oh, the trauma, the pain.
Oh, woman stuff? Or proper pain, like physical?
No! 1,000 times worse than that!
Você teve um acidente enquanto nadava? Onde dói então? Tenho que seguir. Teve um acidente enquanto nadava?
Looks like she shouldn't have gone into that deep water without her water wings.
It wasn't an accident. I wanted to kill myself.
It almost worked.
Onde dói?
Oh, well, sweetheart, it's not all bad. Tell your Uncle Nate what's wrong.
Don't make fun of me!
Would I?
You men are so insensitive. Only he wasn't. He understood me.
Who is he?
Maximilian. My Maximilian. Oh, the most beautiful man who ever walked under the stars.
Yes, and then?
Gone. He is gone.
And that's why you wanted to kill yourself?
We were engaged. Maximilian and I were to be married. It was heavenly. I, the rich daughter of a mithril merchant, and he...
Get to the tragic bit, please.
I gave him chestfuls of gold and all my jewelry as a token of my love. He was going to use it to arrange the most beautiful wedding ever.
Ah, the con man hoofed it.
He did not hoof it. Something must have happened to him. He must have been held. Perhaps someone kidnapped him. And now he is languishing away in some tower and...
He hoofed it.
He will come back. And we will be reunited like two lovers on...
And why have you chosen to ruin the atmosphere in this particular crypt?
This is the resting place of his forebears. I will wait with his ancestors until I receive news from him.
Sounds logical. Well, it can't last that much longer.
I know.
As much as I'd love to spend more time with you, I have to get going.
Examinar o charco de lágrimas.
There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. By my reckoning, we ought to be standing knee-deep in water. There's a piece of clothing hanging out of the sarcophagus. Looks like leather. I hope there's no one hanging on to it.
Pedaço de couro.
I think that, personally, a pillory like that would bug me. Hey, boss.
Ah, the living one.
Quantos zumbis tem no comitê?
And how many of you are there? In the committee, I mean?
The group is still in its early stages. We only have 3 members so far. But the Spirit Union is associated to us, and the Federation of Programmers is thinking about finally going public with their undead status. Unfortunately, you can't become a member. You're too alive.
Thanks a lot.
Por que você está preso nesse cepo mágico de penitência?
What are you doing in that thing? And don't tell me it's a fashion statement. I've seen a lot of stuff, but that...
No, nothing like that. A paladin put this thing on me.
What did you do, insult his sister?
Well, you could put it like that. He put me in the pillory for it, but even then I couldn't keep my mouth shut. That's why the fair lady stabbed me. So I came back as a ghost and kept her awake at night. They sent a ghostbuster after me, and he actually caught me and killed me.
He killed a ghost? Cool guy.
I then came back as the first undead ghost in history and messed up the fair lady's wedding. As a result, the paladin conjured this magical penitence pillory around my neck. Now he's lurking around outside the crypt. I think he'd like to cut me up into little pieces and throw me into the sea.
Pretty nasty. You've hardly done anything to deserve that.
Oh, I don't know. I've had a lot of time to reflect, and I'd like to end this feud. It only causes unhappiness.
Why don't you apologize?
I've tried, but the paladin only wants revenge. He hurled his hammer at me last time.
Não pode sair de alguma forma?
That thing looks pretty uncomfortable. Can't you get the pillory off somehow?
Would I still be wearing it if I could? You've got no idea how impractical this thing is. Try scratching your nose with it on.
Or go to the bathroom.
Oh, don't remind me. This is a magical pillory. You can't just break it open. It's sealed for eternity. It'll only open when the paladin forgives me.
So never then.
Oh, it would seem that way.
I'd better get going. See ya.
Take care, and remember, we, the undead, are your friends. Rancid-smelling, dead friends.
Ele precisa ser perdoado pelo paladino.
I guess I should be thankful to Gulliver. Without him, the orcs would have found me, but the pair of them aren't exactly a feast for the eyes. Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
De alguma forma, parece que o teu corpo não faz o que você quer.
Does your body maybe act a little kooky?
No, it doesn't. My body isn't finished yet. Or do you mean the old one? The rotten one in the ground?
I, meant that one there.
Oh, this one. Oh, it's not mine, just borrowed.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
É um corpo de mulher, né? De quem é esse corpo?
Whose body is that then?
Esther's.
And who is Esther?
No idea. Don't know her. But this is her body. She's helping me until I got mine back. Then we're both going to look for her head.
Esther.
Exactly.
E aonde você conseguiu?
How did you get to know each other, you and Esther's body?
For many years, I was in a grave out there. I chewed my way out of the coffin after my old body gave up the ghost. Then I saw this body outside, stumbling about, headless, knocking over gravestones, running into walls. I thought to myself, this is a sign.
E o que você está construindo aqui exatamente?
And what you're making there, that's supposed to become your new body?
Exactly. Isn't it excellent?
Yes. Yes, it's, X something.
Unfortunately, the construction drags along a bit. I'll tell you one thing. Never ask a headless zombie to replace your arms if you want to build precision machinery.
I'll make a note of it. What's new?
Você não fica louco todo esse gemido do cadáver da mulher chorona?
Doesn't all that wailing from that failed swimmer down there really get on your nerves?
Steady on. The young lady is suffering great distress. And she lets it out. Day in, day out. For hours on end.
So what's the story with her missing lover?
He jilted her, cold as ice, raked in her gold, and enjoys a sweet life somewhere down south.
She seems to think differently.
The good woman isn't really in touch with reality. She still believes everything will be resolved one day. She's waiting for him to appear or send her a letter. Anything at all.
I've got to get going. Breathe, feel my heartbeat, that sort of thing.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
Bote.
A pot containing some gloopy glue. There's a small stick in it.
Monstruosidade mecânica.
This project's not looking all that hopeful, in my opinion. The pair of them seem to have some serious communication problems.
Examinar a tumba.
A grave. There are a lot of them here. I don't know what's supposed to be so special about this one, though.
Vela gotejante.
The candles create the right atmosphere, creepy, yet still with a hint of homeliness. But this one isn't going to burn for much longer if it keeps dropping wax like that.
Pintura amarela. Ser tinta amarela?
A flattened tube of yellow paint. I don't think there can be much left in it. Aha! There was still a bit in it. I don't need the tube anymore.
Esther, examinar a cabeça numa lança.
A head on a pole. What will the Peggy people have to say about that?
Pedaço de papel.
A map of the region. Among other things, the paladin has marked the crypt.
Ah, esse lá é o paladino. Que tem que perdoar o zumbi-chefe. Cofre de viagem, baú.
A fashionable travel chest made from light wood. There's a logo on it. The Pink Crusaders. He's not looking right now. Why not? You can always use a pink-colored pom-pom. In the wildlands. In the war.
Pompom rosa combina bem com perigos da guerra.
There was nothing else of any interest in it. Not that I'd find pom-poms interesting. A banner. The emblem on it could be the paladin's arms. It shows a sword, a shield, and red high heels?
É a bandeira do orgulho. Cogumelos.
A few small white mushrooms. No idea if you can eat them.
Aqui vai para o acampamento orc. Aqui para a cripta. Aqui para uma tenda indígena. E aqui o paladino.
A paladin in a pink-colored outfit? That's wrong. Just wrong. Are you a warrior?
No, I can't fight.
Are you a healer?
I can't heal either.
Then you're a paladin.
What do you want?
Sabe alguma piada sobre paladinos?
Know any good paladin jokes?
Why should anyone make jokes about us? We are the holy soldiers of the light.
In dresses?
This is a tunic.
Sure.
Sabe que tipo de roupa usam os homens?
You know that men who wear dresses are, as a rule, well, men who wear dresses.
What's that supposed to mean? Just because I wear dresses, use cosmetics, and take a general interest in my appearance?
Ah, so it is a dress.
The modern man is metrosexual.
That's news to me.
Well, my order and I have lifted ourselves up out of the mud in which you and your sort still wallow like pigs. We're cosmopolitan, hip, fashionable. We take care of our appearance and don't downplay our feminine side.
Yeah, whatever. The wildlands.
Falei com o zumbi que você prendeu no cepo de penitência.
About the zombie you've stuck in the magical penitence pillory.
What about that maggot? Is he going to give himself up to his fate? Is that cowardly zombie finally going to come out here?
He's really sorry for what he did. He'd like to apologize.
Ugh, laughable. I'll cut him into little pieces and feed him to the fishes.
Nice. But couldn't you maybe forgive him first?
You've spent too much time in that smoky buffalo's tent. I would never forgive someone like that.
Sobre tua briga com o zumbi.
About your fight with the zombie.
That's nothing to do with you. That's between the zombie and me.
Toda vez que ele fala do zumbi, tem que cuspir. Tenho que seguir, já que você não vai me ajudar.
Have to go. Man stuff to do.
Ha ha.
Aqui onde ele cuspiu, solo úmido.
The paladin always spits in this place. The ground is already sodden.
Terra vermelha dura.
Some red earth. Just about everything else here is black and gray.
Entendo. Examinar.
The pot looks like it's been hanging over the glowing coals for years. I can't find anything else of interest. Only the lid's unusual. It's got a kind of steam valve on it.
Abrir.
The lid is held with a chain. Pretty clever. The pot is empty.
Fogueira.
The coals are just glowing, but the heat is tremendous. A mortar and pestle. Proper, man-sized.
Uma tigelinha de metal.
A copper bowl. No idea what that's good for. Hey, Chief, can I take this thing here? Stare blankly if I can. Thanks.
Quem cala consente, é isso? Fole.
A pair of bellows. These would help the bull keep the fire going. Excuse me, these bellows here, can I have them?
They're broken.
Can I have them anyway?
What do I get in exchange?
Nothing, they don't work.
You speak wisely.
At last, someone who recognizes that. They really are wrecked. There's a hole here in the airbag.
Cheio pipope? Cocar.
A hideous feather headdress. No way, I'm not putting that thing on. But I can take a feather.
Cofre. Baú.
Cow makeup. Unless I'm wrong, that is makeup, and I most strongly suspect that it belongs to Big Chief Clovenhoof. Just to make things clear, I'm not putting on any makeup. Black ink. I'll take that.
Minotauro.
A fat old bull that smokes a crazy-looking pipe, and who doesn't seem to hear me, or who doesn't get insulted too easy.
É o cachimbo da paz. Puxa a fumaça do cachimbo pra cachola.
Hi there. Hello? Anyone home? Moo!
I heard you.
Oh, that's great.
Meu nome é Nate. Quem você é? Ou o que você é?
My name's Nate, and you are?
I am known on this plane as Fastfoot, Thunderhoof, or the Rainmaker. I belong to the proud nation of the Minotaurs.
And you run some sort of fancy hippie costume business?
I am a shaman.
And that is?
I talk to the ghosts of our forefathers. I brew potions, heal the sick, and invoke the weather.
Wow, lots to do. You must really get stressed out.
True.
Maresia. Sente a maresia. O que é que você fuma aí no cachimbo da paz?
What's that stuff you're smoking?
Plants. To journey with the spirits and to commune with my forefathers.
You're supposed to eat grass, not smoke it. Okay.
Puxa, prende, solta. Não pretendia insultar-te com esse mu.
That moo thing just slipped out. I didn't mean to insult you. I just thought, hey, there's a bull sitting there. I'll say, moo. You get me? If you'd have looked like a donkey, I'd have gone, Eeyore. Or if it stank like a pigsty, then...
I forgive you.
But come to think of it, it reeks of buffalo, and I...
Thank you. I have forgiven you.
Super. I need to go outside. Something not quite right about the air in here.
Good luck on your journey. May the grass between your hooves be evergreen.
Melhor não explicar suas falas preconceituosas. Coisa só piora. Ir para o acampamento orc. Um dispositivo.
Some kind of juice press, I'd say. You put the grapes or whatever in at the top, and the juice runs out the bottom. Hey, it still works even. Maybe it's just the green-skinned guys who weren't able to work it.
Montão de lixo.
If that garbage pile grows just a few more meters, the orcs might as well forget the gate. Any attacker will just be able to use it to climb over the wall.
Poster.
Wanted. Slay the Knoll Hogger and take his powerful Knoll Claw. Blah, blah, blah. All the routine stuff.
Flores.
The flowers seem to be doing well in the garbage. They're in full bloom. I don't think so somehow, but we should give it a try.
What do you think you're doing there, worm?
I'm, storming your camp? Who are you?
I am the great Gorak, chief of the Blood Scythe Orcs.
Que você fez com Wilbur?
What have you done with little Wilbur?
What's a little Wilbur?
He's a gnome, and my friend.
Oh, him. Since when did people start naming their gnomes? What's the world coming to? He walked into our trap earlier. Stupid little beggar.
Is he all right?
I damn well hope so. What would anyone want with a damaged gnome?
Quero Wilbur de volta.
I want Wilbur back, right now.
We caught him, so he belongs to us now. Get yourself a new one.
But I'm responsible for him.
Your problem. He's the main prize in our warrior contest, so he stays here with us.
O que é uma competição de guerreiros?
What is your warrior contest exactly?
It determines who is the most powerful warrior. Two opponents go head-to-head in a series of brutal tests. The winner is bestowed with great honor and receives a prize.
And Wilbur's nothing more than a prize to you?
No, the prize is a bottle of fire whiskey. The gnome's just a bonus.
Qualquer pode participar?
So, can anyone take part in the warrior contest?
We orcs fear no one. We'll take on anyone in a warrior contest.
Well, that's fine. Then let me in. I want to take part.
I said it's a warrior contest. Someone like you taking part would be a complete waste of time.
Mas eu sou condenadamente perigoso.
I may not look all that dangerous, but sometimes the less obvious guys are the most dangerous.
You're right.
Really?
You don't look dangerous.
Se eu encontrar guerreiro, ele poderia participar em meu nome?
Point taken. I'll go find a warrior in all this wasteland. Then can he take part in your contest?
If he's a real challenge, why not? But not any old piece of rubbish. He has to be a great warrior.
I know where this is going.
Por que vocês ogros estão causando problemas?
Why do you guys always make trouble? You kidnap harmless gnomes and then attack the free world for no reason at all.
That wasn't an attack. It was an anticipated defence of the homeland in enemy territory. And anyway, what else are we supposed to do? We have the biggest army in the world. No one else invests as much gold in the military as we do. It would be madness to invest all that gold and then never wage war.
That's downright irresponsible.
We couldn't anticipate that the damn war would take forever.
And now you're stuck in it up to your ears, as is the Alliance.
That's all propaganda. There are thousands of war-hungry, well-equipped and motivated warriors here in the camp, waiting for deployment.
Oh, yeah.
Sou da saúde ambiental e tenho algumas perguntas sobre esse montão de lixo.
I'm from the Environment Office. You do know that you can't just go chucking your rubbish all over the landscape here. Open the gates, please. I need to check your garbage cans.
Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak? How can anyone blather such rubbish?
I don't know either. It's like I can ask different questions, but every time I select the most stupid one. I'll be back.
And I'll wait.
Você quer lutar no meu nome num torneio de guerreiros?
Hello, Princess.
Estou buscando um guerreiro que me represente.
You're a paladin, right?
Yes?
Paladins know about hammers, swords, and armor, right?
Yes?
Well, you know anyone who's a bit handy with such things? A warrior, perhaps?
I'm very sorry I don't have anything to do with such barbarians.
Have to go. A gruesome head. Kind of a cheap gimmick, because ultimately...
Ooh!
Ah!
What? What? Is there a spider on me?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. Those creepy crawlies drive me mad. Can you imagine what it feels like when they run up your neck and then start nibbling at your eyes from the inside?
Sim, por suposto. Não, eu não imagino.
I can't, argue about that.
I'll give you a clue. It's not nice.
Ah.
Stupid paladin simply chops my head off.
Hey, stop that nattering. Leave the head alone.
Leave the head alone. Leave the head alone.
That you, Esther?
Mm-hmm.
I've just met your body. It's doing okay, apart from missing its head.
I miss her. I would love to write, but no hands.
Shh! Quiet over there!
Oh.
Hello.
Woohoo!
I just wanted to...
Hey! I said no talking to the prisoner.
Oh.
Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
Wilbur é o prêmio da competição.
Apparently the orcs have made Wilbur a prize in a warrior contest. Do you happen to know any warriors?
A warrior who would compete against an orc in a warrior contest?
Correct.
And who lives nearby?
If possible. And, if it's also possible, he shouldn't charge for his services.
Aha.
So someone like that, you won't find him around here?
Most probably not.
Como se supõe que vou sacar Wilbur dali se não sou capaz de encontrar um guerreiro?
If I don't find a warrior who can extract Wilbur out of there, then at least I've done my best. It will have been God's will.
You could compete in the contest yourself.
Do I look like a warrior? Should I go and get myself some weights and pump myself up in time for this afternoon?
Well, in my experience, there are two ways to become a dreaded warrior. The first way is the virtuous path of trial. You must gain experience in countless battles, work on your technique, and improve upon all of your skills. You must understand the essence of fighting better than anyone else. You must never give up. Every detail must be important to you. Then, after a long and agonizing period of humiliation and defeat, you'll become a reasonable warrior.
And the other way?
You need invincible kit. If your weapons and armor are better than everyone else's, it doesn't matter if you're a useless warrior. Your kit does the work for you.
That might be just the thing for me. I'll get myself some invincible kit, save the little guy, and become the hero of the hour.
Onde posso arranjar conjunto invencível?
I think there may be a legendary warrior set somewhere near here.
What makes you think that?
Oh, just an idea.
It's true. There is a powerful and famous set close by. But how did you know?
Does it maybe consist of several components that are distributed around this area? And there's a whole series of rip-your-hair-out, tedious tasks to complete to get each part?
Indeed. They are the helmet, the shield, and the sword of power. But how?
Well then, what do I have to do for you to help me?
Well, you could help me with my body.
What's missing?
Well, I need a lung.
And?
A heart.
And the third thing?
Everything needs to be powered up. A bolt of lightning that will breathe life back into my body.
Uh-huh.
If you help me, I'll tell you where the Sword of Power is kept. And perhaps the others know where the helmet and shield are.
I'll put money on that.
You're not much fun, are you?
O pulmão vai ser o fole, de onde se supõe que há coração.
So, where am I going to get a heart from around here?
You could give me yours.
Great idea.
I'm just trying to help.
Eu só quis dizer. E pulmão?
So what's a lung supposed to be doing in a machine?
What do you think? It supplies the body with oxygen.
And what do you need oxygen for?
Energy is produced from sugar in the mitochondria, the cell's power stations, with the help of oxygen. The vital organs need this energy, particularly the brain.
You're a skull. You haven't got a brain. You exist totally without blood, oxygen, sugar, and all that other stuff.
In my construction manual, it clearly states that a human cannot live without lungs.
You mean the cornflakes pack with the kids' special? You and your body, 5 ways to proper nutrition.
Look, I've only got one chance and I want to get it right, so bring me a lung.
I've got to get going. Breathe, feel my heartbeat, that sort of thing.
Don't let me stop you.
Tá aqui o seu pulmão.
There's a huge hole in the bellows. I can't give it to him like this. He's expecting a flawless precision machine. Hey, boss.
Ah, the living one.
Os orcs tratam meu amigo como se fosse tipo de porquinho.
The orcs have made my friend a prize in one of their stupid warrior contests. You don't happen to know any warriors, do you?
I don't know anything about fighting. I used to be a juggler, a harlequin. Ask Gulliver, he's well-travelled.
Gulliver me falou sobre o conjunto guerreiro.
Do you know anything about a warrior set that's supposed to be hidden near here?
Yes, I do. It belonged to a travelling knight who died near here about a year ago. And I also know who has his helmet.
Who?
And I should tell you, of all people. You deceived your friends. Maybe you want to take off with the helmet.
I want to free Wilbur.
Huh, you've probably never done anything selfless in your life.
But now I'm going to do something.
Prove to me that you can be selfless. Make the paladin forgive me, so that this pillory disappears.
But that wouldn't be very selfless of me. I'd only be helping you so that you'd help me.
I'd be prepared to ignore that. After all, this is about character building.
Pelo que parece, o paladin nunca perdoará.
I've had a word with the paladin, and it looks like he's never going to forgive you.
I didn't expect it to be easy.
Honestly, me neither. What should I do?
Come up with something. I have to hear him say, "I forgive you." Only then will the pillory open.
I better get going. See ya.
Para a cripta de volta.
In there lies one of the ancestors of our watery corpse's fiancé. A tomb like that would have cost a fortune. The dead guy's family must have been loaded. Perhaps that's why she cries so much. The stone carving of the knight is very detailed, masterful. You can see every detail From the blackhead on his nose to the seal on his ring. The leather scrap is the right size, but how's it going to stick on?
Como eu vou prender o pedaço de couro no fole?
Cool. I'll smear a little glue onto the leather using the wooden chip.
Couro com cola, agora no...
That ought to do it. I'll use a piece of leather to seal the hole. Perfect. The bellows are usable again. Those are still urns with coats of arms on them. Hey, one of them's got the paladin's coat of arms on it.
Examinar a urna com escudo de armas do paladino.
A strange-looking urn. It's shaped like the naked upper body of a muscular man. He's posing. Something's telling me that these are the remains of one of the ancestors of the Pink Crusader outside, but I'm not going to touch it unless I have to.
Eu vou falar pro paladino que achei a urna do ancestral dele.
Hello, princess.
Yes?
Posso levar a cabeça do zumbi?
So I can't have the zombie's head then?
Of course not. It's a hard-won trophy. I bashed at the beast for more than a quarter of an hour before I finally defeated it.
I didn't defend myself at all.
Silence! I caused you damage. Lots of damage.
About your fight with the zombie.
That's nothing to do with you. That's between the zombie and me.
Have to go.
A tigela no solo. Agora é só falar de zumbi.
There, please. A spittoon.
How charming.
Fale de zumbi agora.
Yes?
Why do you spit every time we talk about the zombie?
The mere mention of her makes my bile rise.
The mentioning of whom?
The zombie!
Just the zombie word, or others too?
No, just with zombie.
And if I say it?
What?
Zombie.
Then it's okay.
Que seres você odeia acima de todos?
Which beings in this world do you hate the most?
Naked mole rats.
And then what?
Zombies.
Ser morto-vivo com 5 letras.
Can you help me with my crossword puzzle? I'm looking for undead being in 6 letters.
Zombie!
What?
Zombie!
Bambi? But Bambi only has 5 letters and isn't...
Zombie! Are you stupid?
I bet you can't say this tongue twister. Zombie Zeke zapped, Zulu Zoo Zebra Zombie, Zigger Zagger Zilch, Zoomderm...
That doesn't make any sense.
Say zombie.
Zombie!
Thank you. That'll do. That's enough of zombies.
I think so too.
Have to go. There's a little spit lake that's formed on the floor. That'll do nicely.
Já estou no impasse aqui, não tem mais nada para fazer.
Yoo-hoo!
I hear you.
Te ocorre como eu poderia entrar no acampamento orc?
You'll definitely have some smart idea for how I can get into that orc camp out there. Physically, I mean, not, spiritually or whatever. Thanks for your help.
Como se pode fazer que paladino perdoe alguém contra sua vontade?
There's this paladin and a tormented soul who he won't forgive. Isn't there any way to force the paladin to forgive him?
Forgiveness should come from the heart and not be forced.
Poderia terminar num derramamento de sangue. Meu amigo se arrepende por completo do que fez, mas o paladino não quer escutar nada disso. Ele vai dizer, fale pro seu amigo pedir por favor. Que se pedir por favor, ele vai ter que fazer. Segundo a teoria da Bá do passado.
But if the paladin won't listen even once, my friend really regrets what he did. He wants to ask for forgiveness, but he can't get a hearing.
This is not good. Everyone deserves a chance at inner peace. And the paladin will not be spoken to?
No chance.
Then we will have to make him listen.
How? With a voodoo doll or something?
Voodoo? That is lazy magic. No, I will brew a sleepwalking potion. If you drink from it first, and then the paladin drinks, you can take over his body for a short time. You can make him walk to your friend, and then he can hear his apology.
Sounds like voodoo.
It is not voodoo. For the potion, I need some strands of the paladin's hair, a sample of his bodily fluid, something from his forefathers, and a piece of his clothing. But I don't need a doll, and I don't need pins.
Okay then. If I get the things together, will you brew me the potion?
It shall be so.
Eu já tenho a saliva dele, DNA, já tenho pompom e algo do antepassado eu vou pegar nas urnas, lá no cemitério, na cripta. Eu tenho algo da saliva dele, ainda quente.
Spit is the one and only bodily fluid I was able to get from the paladin, and the only one I would have accepted.
Spit will do.
Tenho algo da roupa dele aqui.
Does a pom-pom count as a piece of clothing?
A what?
One of these things.
You humans wear this kind of thing?
Some. A few. Almost no one.
If the paladin has worn it, it will do. But I do not want this thing. Just give me a couple of threads. Keep the rest.
Tenho que continuar.
I need to go outside. Something not quite right about the air in here.
Good luck on your journey. May the grass between your hooves be evergreen.
Só falta coisa do antepassado?
Well, it has to be. I'll only take a little bit of the ash with me. I'll leave the urn here out of respect for the dead. Grandpa must have been a smoker.
Cabelo precisava também? Agora eu posso dar o fole.
Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
Tenho um pulmão de primeira classe.
Hey, Gulliver. Time to take a deep breath.
Simply fantastic. I'll be able to run marathons with this lung. Thanks. Now I just need a heart.
Yeah. I've got to get going. Breathe. Feel my heartbeat. That sort of thing.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
Hello, princess.
Teu cabelo não está muito bom, não.
I think that all this hanging around outside isn't doing your hair any favors.
What? What? Am I getting split ends? Please don't say I'm getting split ends.
Looking a bit matted and dusty.
Oh.
Pente.
Yes, it's all right now.
Mas como que eu vou pegar o pente? Ah, posso olhar o seu pente?
Whoa, what kind of comb was that you have there? Can I have a look?
Yes? Why?
Uh-oh.
What?
Do you have any idea what a comb like this can do to your hair?
Split ends? Not split ends, please.
Worse. You see here? All those hairs? This comb's ripping your hair out.
Oh, no. I always thought that was normal.
Normal? How can that be normal? Just look how many hairs there are, and how few you've got left on your head. In some places, you can see the scalp shining through.
Ah!
If I were you, I wouldn't ever use this comb again.
Take it away! Take it away! Don't let it near me!
Okay, good. I'll put it away.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Have to go.
Consegui as outras coisas aqui.
Yoo-hoo!
I hear you.
Tenho cabelo.
I've got a comb here with some of the paladin's hair on it. Is that enough?
It smells strange, but that is good enough.
Tenho algo dos ancestrais.
Here's some ashes from one of the paladin's ancestors. Will they work?
If they are really from one of the paladin's forefathers, then it will work.
With that, you should have all the ingredients for the potion, right?
It is so. Step back. The sleepwalking potion.
Thanks a million.
First, you have to drink a sip. Then the paladin has to drink the rest.
Paladin spit, an old pom-pom, greasy hair, and granddaddy's remains. That just has to taste good. Salty, with a hint of mint?
That is my secret ingredient.
Better than expected. Thanks. Catch you later.
Então é isso. Hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.